Who's your favorite teacher? Teachers have a big influence on your life. The reason I studied history at university was because of my history teacher at secondary school. I guess some people think I don't need a teacher, I've got AI, internet. But no, you need teacher, you need that human interaction. And in this afternoon's, I was going to say coffee, but it's really orange juice with Jesus, we're going to look at a teacher who came to Jesus. So let's read it. John chapter 3, verse 1. Now there was a Pharisee, a man named Nicodemus, who was a member of the Jewish ruling council. He came to Jesus at night and said, Rabbi, we know that you're a teacher who's come from God, for no one could perform the signs you are doing if God were not with him. Now, Nicodemus was a Pharisee. That means he was a really serious man. They were so earnest about their faith on the Sabbath, they wouldn't carry more food than the weight of a dried fig, or more milk than could be swallowed in one gulp. I mean, they were legalists par excellence. He is described as a ruler of the Jews, a member of the Sanhedrin, the 70 men, lay and clerical. Later on in verse 10, Jesus says to him, you're Israel's teacher, the great teacher, maybe the Jordan Peterson of his day, or perhaps the Pope of his day, I don't know. Somebody who taught people. But here he is coming and saying, Jesus, you're a teacher who's come from God. We have a little bit of evidence, by the way, that he may have come from a very aristocratic family that traced its bloodline back to the very famous Maccabees. But the bottom line is, he's educated, he's aristocratic, he's a leader. And he comes to Jesus at night. Why? Forgive me. Because he doesn't want people to see that he's coming. Maybe the Pharisees studied late into the night and he called in to see Jesus on the way home. But I think it's more likely like a man who came to my manse one time back in Scotland, who came at 3 a.m. because he didn't want people to know that he'd come to ask about the Bible. And this was going to be the greatest meeting of Nicodemus's life, the most significant meeting of his life. Whatever his motivation, it is a wonderful thing that he came to the teacher to be taught. The teacher, a great teacher, came to be taught. And I would suggest this. I would say we come to Christ in order to be taught. A disciple is someone who follows the teacher. I always encourage people to come to church, to be taught God's word, not taught a formula, not taught a program, but just to be taught by the teacher, Christ. I am not the teacher. As a preacher, I'm a conduit of Christ's teaching. And it's wonderful that he does teach us. So you may come in secret. As I say, I've had people come in secret. I've had people write me in secret. You may even be watching this and no one else may know. It's one of the wonders of the internet. They have no idea you have no interest. They have no idea that you have an interest in Jesus Christ. But come and be taught by Christ. He's always willing to do so. God bless you and see you tomorrow. Bye.